Welcome to Bone Chills.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be wrapping up the Dracula 2000 series with Dracula 3 Legacy. Ascension was a train wreck, to say the least, and I was not looking forward to watching Legacy at all. But after watching it, I was left surprised. In fact, I think this might actually be the best of the trilogy. Let's start with the story. Picking up from Ascension, we follow our survivors, Father Uffizi and Luke, once again played by Jason Scott Lee and Jason London.
Count on the Germans to always be on time.
I would do what he says, he's in one of his moods.
As they travel to Romania to finish off Dracula once and for all. Where Ascension tried being a suspense horror, this one goes back to being an action horror, and we get some solid action sequences sprinkled in throughout the film, involving Father Uffizi and Luke facing off against the undead. I couldn't help but smile at the sight of vamps getting decapitated. There's also some really good shots of gothic imagery that help to immerse the viewer in Dracula's realm of darkness. That's the fun part too. Dracula doesn't just have a few minions at his aid, he has an entire army behind him on this one. This final entry in the series establishes Dracula as a supervillain hell-bent on spreading his evil across the world. Which brings me to the acting. The performances are far better this time around. Both Jason Scott Lee and Jason London carry the film. They're given more material to work with this time around, and it shows. Lee comes off as quiet, driven, and fearless.
Do I continue to have your blessing in this? Or have you lost your faith in me completely?
While London comes off as eager, funny, and way in over his head. But he's determined to see the journey through to the end.
Tell them to dump their clips right now or I will spread your brains like jam on fucking toast! What about you?
The two play well off one another.
You want to stay? Stay. I know what it is that I have to do.
Am I going the right way? Because if I'm storming off in the wrong direction, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
Just like in Ascension, Dracula has once again regenerated into a new form. This time around we have the Hitcher himself, the late Rutger Hauer, as Dracula. Or, as they refer to him in the credits, Dracula 3. Anyways, from what you do see of him, he does a good job. He comes off as sadistic and diabolical, without going too over the top.
There are no dead here. Just a fucked up dead.
If there were any gripes I have, it's that we don't see Dracula until the last act. I wish we could have gotten more of him, but beggars can't be choosers. I also have to make note that even though our heroes are capable of dealing with the situation, they're not invincible. There are some great moments of tension and horror in here, especially when you realize Uffizi and Luke are on their own, and nobody's coming to save them.
No one knows we're coming, right? I mean, those aren't for us, are they?
Overall, this was a great entry to close out the Dracula 2000 series. If you're looking to quench your bloodthirst, check it out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Dracula 2000 franchise. To narrow it down, first one, good, dumb, fun action. Second one, holy shit, that was bad. And the third one, you know what? They ended it right. I'm happy with it. Stay tuned for tomorrow as we take a look at our next werewolf series. And this one takes a literal bite out of crime.